dopamine system. Dopamine, more than a molecule of reward, is a molecule of motivation and drive. It makes you want to do more of whatever you're doing.
Oh, interesting.
So light, viewing sunlight, actually triggers the release of dopamine.
That's why it feels good on a sunny day.
That's right. So seasonally breeding, right? So seasonally breeding animals with more light, more dopamine, more testosterone. Days get shorter, less dopamine, less testosterone, and estrogen, and they don't mate. But the other thing that's really fascinating is that in animals that during the winter, their coat is white, and in the summer and spring months, their coat is dark. Dopamine has a precursor, a molecule called tyrosinase. Anytime you see ASE, that's an enzyme. The tyrosinase molecule is actually what causes pigmentation. So sunlight causes the pelage, the color of the fur, to go dark because of dopamine.
Wow.
And so people who are albinos, or animals that are albinos, it's because they have a mutation in this tyrosinase. So with the white, red eyes typically, not always red eyes, but often red eyes, white fur, they can't actually take sunlight and convert it into this melanin. Basically, it goes sunlight, and then there's a bunch of other biochemical steps in melanin. So there's this beautiful relationship between light, dopamine, testosterone, mating, hair color, right, and temperature. Because in long days, generally it's warmer than in short days, where it's cooler. So light and temperature are kind of pushing on a bunch of physiological mechanisms to make some animals want to breed at particular times.
Wow.
And the break on breeding, as we talked about earlier, is melatonin. When there's very little light, you get a lot more melatonin, and it shuts down dopamine, it shuts down breeding, it shuts. So melatonin, you want it a little bit, but you don't want too much of it.
And when you're saying that light makes the brain produce dopamine, I wonder if there's long periods of rain and a lack of light, if then once you hit sunlight, you have more dopamine.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it is?
This is, if you go to Scandinavia, I have a relative, my stepmom is Danish. You go to Scandinavia, you go to Denmark in the winter, and everyone is, some people are resilient to, but most people are a little bit, I'm not going to say clinically depressed, but everything is depressed.
Like
it's
Seattle.
darker. It's darker. People put their head down. It's cold. Days are extremely short. The spring hits, and literally people start going, or at least they did when I was in college, like women and men start going topless in the sun in the parks. People are definitely mating a lot more than they are in the winter months, even though they're drinking more alcohol in the winter months for sure. They're mating a lot more. People get spring fever. The spring fever has a biological basis. And near the equator, like the Brazilians, they're like that all year long.
Right.
I have a lot of Brazilian friends, so I realize that.
Yeah, I do as well. I was thinking about this because I went to Prince of Wales Island, which is, I think, the rainiest spot in North America. And we were there for a week. It was crazy how much it rained. It rained every single day, except for a few hours. We were able to start a campfire one day. When I came back to LA, and of course it was sunny because it's always sunny in LA. And I called my friend up. I go, dude, I don't know what's going on. I've never been happier in my life.
Exactly.
I'm so
That's the dopamine surge.
Yeah, it was a surge. Like I was on a crazy drug. I'm like, if you could keep this high all the time, like what a wonderful world it would be.
Well, there's another hormone that's super cool that actually that people are now abusing, unfortunately, which is called a melanocyte-stimulating hormone. A melanocyte is a kind of cell basically that creates pigmentation in the body, makes you go tan. And melanocyte-stimulating hormone is in the pituitary. When you get sunlight, you release this melanocyte-stimulating hormone. It makes your skin tan it actually causes pigmentation, not like tanning because it burned your skin a little bit. You're actually, the melanocytes are darkening your skin
Does it
from the
protect
inside.
you from the sun as
It
well?
does. It does.
So you can take this melanocyte, achieve a tan?
Well, so melanocyte-stimulating hormone does two things. It causes pigmentation, and it reduces appetite. So who are the two people? What's the one group on this planet of people that want to be tan and reduce their appetite?
Hose.
Bodybuilder.
That's what I was thinking too, to be honest with you.
Insta hose. Come on, man.
Bodybuilders
Of
take
course,
something
them
called
too.
there's this whole world of peptides that we should, maybe that the peptide world is blowing
I would
up
love
right now.
to talk to you about
Oh,
peptides. Let's get into that next.
So melanocyte-stimulating hormone has a name. There's a peptide that's called melanotan. Melanotan has three major effects, which is why people are taking it, which is make makes you tan. You don't have to stand in the sun because it mimics this pathway. It makes you tan. It reduces your appetite.
The design.
And it gives people almost hair trigger erections that last hours. If they're
Cut to me 3 weeks from now.
Manifest before.
So you're talking about